ladies and gentlemen, Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Now, we're going to go for something a little different this time. I'm actually going to be having a look at one of the more higher-end trading vessels. I say higher-end, I'm kind of not talking the hauler or the adder kind of level. It's the first trade ship that will cost you over $1 million. And that is this one here, the Type 6. Now, as you can see, it pretty much just looks like one giant cargo hold strapped to a couple of engines and a cockpit. And that's pretty much what this ship is. It's nice, cheap and cheerful, well, relatively speaking, for a nice trader. Now, this is the first ship, I do believe, where you're actually going to be able to start hauling around about 100 tons of cargo. But let's get inside and have a look at this thing in a little bit more detail. Now, first of all, we'll have a look around, and what you'll see is this is pretty much the standard Lakon cockpit. We've got a lot of glass, the same kind of display stand up in front, and very good visibility all around. It makes docking this ship actually very, very nice. Not only that, but this ship is not just good for trading, as we'll have a look at in another video. But anyway, let's go and have a look at... well, we can go and have a look at the stats of this ship, but I can't imagine that they're going to be too amazing. So here we are, the Type 6 transporter. Top speed, 224 meters per second. Boost speed, 357 meters per second. So it's not that slow, but it's definitely, well, actually it is fairly slow. And its boost speed isn't terrible, but it's not amazing either. Now, its maneuverability is also nothing to get excited about. It is 3 out of 10 on the maneuverability scale. But what is fairly interesting is the range of this ship. Completely unladen, as stock, is 12.39 light years, and fully laden at the moment with the 50 tons of cargo space it comes with as standard is 10.07. Now, its shields are definitely nothing to write home about, and its armour is fairly paltry as well. But it is a fairly big ship, and as we said, it comes with a standard of 50 tons of cargo. The hard points, we have 3 utility mounts and 2 small hard points, so this ship is really not going to be fighting its way out of many things. In fact, most of the time it's actually better to just forego the 2 weapons altogether. But on to the internals, we actually have 2 size 2, 1 size 3, 2 size 4 and 2 size 5. So for the cost of this ship, which is going to be 1.04 million, it's going to give this ship a good amount of cargo capacity for the price. So let's get out of here and let's have a look at this ship in the outfitting department. Now, we're not really interested in the weapons here because we're looking at this as a trader. But we are going to be kind of interested in the utility mounts. But first of all, let's have a look at the internals. We have pretty much got the standard sweep up here, but we have got a good amount of internal space down here. And as you can see, we haven't got that much. Well, all the cargo racks here are actually not to their maximum capacity. So what we're going to be doing is outfitting this for trade to the best of its ability. Okay, so here we are. I have actually upgraded this ship to its, well, what I consider to be its maximum potential for trading. What I've actually gone and done is upgraded the power plant to an A2. I've actually dropped it down 1 class. The main reason for this being is that the A2 actually generates more power than a D3, and A-rated power plants actually deal with heat a lot better. They're more heat efficient. And as you may have noticed, we've actually gone for Ds on pretty much everything else across the board. And the reason for this is D-rated equipment is actually a lot lighter than any of their equivalent class of gear. So what that basically equates to is a longer jump range. So the lower the mass of the ship, the further we can go. And when you're trading, the longer your jump range, the faster you're going to travel from one port to the next. So the more money you're going to make faster, which is pretty much the key to successful trading. So in that in mind, we've actually gone for the best frameshift drive, so A4, D2 life support, D3 power distributor, and D2 sensors. Now internally, we've gone for pretty much everything as cargo racks, apart from down here we actually have a D3 shield generator. Now that all this gives us unladen 29.5 light year jump range, and it also gives us a just shy of 20 light years fully laden jump range. Now what you can do here is, if you wish, you can actually swap out this D3 for an A3, which gives you, it knocks a little bit off your jump range, but it does give you a lot more survivability if you get interdicted. So it's up to you whether you want to go for a longer jump range or to have more protection if you do get interdicted. Then the A-rated shield generator may be the way for you to go. But with all the cargo fully upgraded, you can pretty much go and get, here we are, 104 tons of cargo into this ship. Adversely, what you can do is, if you're quite confident in your ability to get away from things, you could actually go and pick up another 8-ton cargo rack. So, which would take you up to a maximum of 112 tons. Now, personally, I don't feel that confident flying around without any shields, so I prefer to keep my shields. What else you can do is, if you want, is you could swap out one of these 4-ton cargo racks for a standard docking computer. So, because I know that trading can get repetitive and laborious, so having a docking computer can actually help relieve the monotony a little bit, so you can just leave your ship to dock itself. Now, a lot of people don't trust docking computers, but personally I've never had an issue with one. But not only this, what we can do is go over into the hardpoints, and we can actually sell these weapons, because this ship is never going to be able to fight off Cobras, Vipers, even Eagles. This ship is never going to be able to fight them off, so we might as well just not bother with any weapons at all, which upgrades our jump range somewhat. But this does leave us a little bit vulnerable, so what we can do is, on the utility mount, especially this one down here, because specifically this one, because it's actually underneath the ship, right near to where the cargo hatch is, what we can do is we can go and find, where is it? Oh, there we go. A point defense. Because what this does is it actually is a little automated turret that fires at missiles, limpets, and so on, anything that's hostile towards your ship. So if pirates try to fire off hatchbreaker limpets at your ship, this thing should be able to intercept all, if not most of them. So that will help keep your cargo intact if your shields do go down, and it will give you much more of a chance to get away without losing any cargo. Now, what else you could do is, if you wanted, is actually, let's go and change this, you could go and put in some shield boosters. Now, admittedly, these do drop your jump range down a little bit, but I think it is very worth it in order to keep your cargo intact. But the problem is now we have these two shield boosters, we don't actually have enough power to run our ship. So what we would have to do then is actually go and upgrade, possibly, yeah, it would have to be to an A3 power plant. So again, we'd be dropping down our maximum jump range just a little bit, and our laden jump range just a little bit, but it makes our ship so much more defensible. It gives us a lot more survivability against pirates and other powers' henchmen, so to speak. So I think this is pretty much the way to go for this ship. I mean, you could even go for heavier compounds, and then again, this is going to be massively affecting your jump range as it is. So if we go there, yep, we lose pretty much 3 light years off our jump range. So I don't think that's worth it. We just want to rely on our shields, and that's it. But anyway, that's been a quick look at the trade potential of the Type 6. This Type 6 does have a little bit more potential, and you may have guessed it by looking at the jump range here, but this ship does actually have potential as an explorer, but we're going to cover that in a different video. But anyway guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please do hit that like button, it really does help my channel out. And if you haven't already, come and join the Wolfpack by hitting that big subscribe button. You'll get notifications from whenever I release new videos. And if you're hungry for even more Elite Dangerous content, go and check out the list of my affiliated channels over on the right. And until next time, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.